My elephant, it was a very old elephant bull. He had only one tusk, and I know I've told you guys the story a couple of million times, but it's one of my favorite stories.
Only a couple of thousand times.
Yeah, sure, not a couple of million.
It's an elephant story.
But yes, it was just spectacular. This elephant was in Savuti in Botswana, and this beautiful elephant bull, one tusker, came down. There was a little bit of a riverbed in front of me, and it was standing on the other side on a dam wall kind of thing. And I knew there was a lot of other elephants on the other side drinking, and I could hear them swimming and stuff. And eventually this elephant bull came closer, and he came till eventually like 4 or 5 meters from me, maybe 5 6 meters from me, and he just stood there, and I was sitting there but shaking shaking in my chair. It was spectacular, just this elephant so close. It's a totally wild situation. I really didn't have anywhere to go to. The closest place was the ablution blocks, probably a couple of 100 meters away, and there was big acacia trees, so no actual way I could climb into them. But this elephant bull came very, very close, and a couple of minutes later another younger bull came, also from more or less the same place where this elephant bull came from. And the first elephant bull, the one who was standing close to me, turned around and it went back to this younger bull, and they stood head to head like this, like literally head to head, for probably a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, without making a sound, not making a movement, nothing. And then suddenly just all chaos broke loose, and they started chasing each other around. And the first elephant bull, the older one with the one tusk, just ran away, and the younger one came past me and stopped. Mark charged me. I by this time stood up and moved away a little bit, but Mark charged me and then turned back and just kept on chasing the other elephant bull.
Interesting term, mock charge or warning charge with other people. It's the difference.
You can also call it a greeting charge or a play charge, or
a lot of different.
See if I can make you run charge.
I've always said that if I came back to the bush, I'd come back as an elephant so I could play around with the people on the safari vehicles and give them a little bit of excitement. But that terminology, a warning charge and a real charge, how, in your eyes, well, how would you describe it, Peter? If you were standing in a situation and an elephant...
I was wondering if questions are going to go this way, because this becomes an experiential explanation. In other words, it's obviously a much easier thing to explain at the time. You know, there's obviously similarities in how elephants behave, but also, you know, at the time, I was thinking actually earlier of Alex behind the camera there, busy making sure you're seeing this all nicely. Alex's first close elephant experience, I think really up close, apart from some scary ones that he had in Congo, was a big bull. It was on one of the cliffs as well. It was a breeding herd. Again, there were other vehicles standing quite far away. The one was the must and so on, and we just sort of stood a little bit ahead of them, not in their way, but they could choose where they go. And the bull came and stood right next to us in the end, probably from here to Alex, from here to a little bit further than Jan away. Huh? Remember that time on Philemon's Cutline? And he never gave a mock charge or something, but he was a bit more imposing, if you want, in his behaviour than maybe an elephant cow that's, you know, with Rexon once on camera, we had it charging in, you know, from 60 meters away. So I think a mock charge, you know, like I said, a lot of them can be playful. With bulls, often you can have them literally just playing around with you. I've done it with them where they mock charge you and you stop and they stop and then you mock charge them, and you can do that back and forth. And so
but how do you read that? I know you say it's experiential, and I emphasize this all the time, that nature doesn't live in a book, so we can never give a book story and say this is how it works, but there are, as a guide, there's certain rules that you learn.
Yeah, no, obviously, I mean, there's the